guys. My name is Fazil Junaidin. I would like to show you Windows 11. Okay, Windows 11 um, is pretty good. Okay, and I'm also going to show you how you can install Windows 11. If your hardware is compatible with Windows 11, because the recommended requirements are very intense. I have tried to install Windows 11 on my older computers, which had Windows 10. I was getting all the updates, and it even told me that I could get Windows 11, but I couldn't because of hardware issues. Okay, it's not hardware issues, it's a requirements, like basically, the graphics card and um, yeah, the graphics card. So it was almost impossible for me to get Windows 11. And if you are in that boat, don't be disappointed. But don't spend any money, because the graphic cards are going to be expensive. Number one. And then, once you have, let's say you have installed a graphics card that you had from your previous computer, which was, game compatible, but what you might get into other situations where you still not might be able to install Windows 11. Okay, so now what you're looking at is the desktop of Windows 11. Okay, now you have the taskbar here. Okay, you're the taskbar, and I have pinned some of the stuff on my taskbar. Okay, this is what I'm recording with. And now these are some of the things that I added also onto my desktop. Okay, now it just comes, just like any Windows, it just comes with recycling bin. And then I believe that it also came with Microsoft Edge. But otherwise you can always, you can put whatever that you want. If you're a kind of person who wants a lot of things on your desktop, you can do that. You can send the apps to the desktop. Okay, but on the other hand, if you don't like anything there, just don't have anything there. But you can also, the most used apps or software, you can just pin them to your taskbar. Okay, now the taskbar, has, just like any laptop, it has all the stuff that you would have had in the past. These things here, the time, the speaker, the Wi-Fi, and whether you're connected or not, and if you had a microphone, and if you had a speaker, and the battery level and all that. But on the other hand, these are some of the things that you add or you subtract. Basically when you open up a program, and then you just right click and just say pin it to the taskbar, or you would unpin it. Okay, which is just like the previous versions. Okay, now the search bar is an interesting one. Just like the previous version, but you can search anything on your computer, or you can also, if your computer is connected to the internet, then you can search stuff from the internet also. So basically, like for instance, if you had opened certain things in the past, it would just show up there. Okay, you don't even have to type, you just have to click. I just used the control panel previously, so it's right there. And so that is your search bar. But now the start button is this one. Okay, the start button is like in the middle. If you press the start button, obviously you have the search bar there too. You can search for the apps that you want, to simplify it. Okay, you can search, or you can you can go to all the apps, this version, you can just go up and down. Okay, search, you can come back. Okay, now one of the things that is new is recommended. Recommended has all the stuff that you worked on recently, or in the past, a couple of days ago, the last time you opened your computer. Those things are there. But now in this one, now I recently just video, did some screen recording. Okay, and those two are there. And then if you want to go to the previous ones, like whether you had a title letter, whether you had whatever, it's all there. You can you can delete them if you want to, or you can just keep them there. But it would just accumulate those things. And then turning the computer on and off is through here. Again, you just go to the start bar, just like the previous version start bar, start button, and then you would just go to power. You can either let it sleep, shut down, or you can restart. So just like the previous versions, but in the previous version it wasn't here, but it would have been like over here. Now this one is an interesting one. This is like the home where most of your now these things come from your past, whatever that you did, like if you had Windows 8, Windows 10, you had the start, when you press the start bar, this would come up. Okay, now the apps in the past, so they incorporate that there too. Okay, so that's there. Okay, so that's here, like and then the 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 start bar is here, the start button is there. So now the applications are there. Okay, all the applications, and I was talking about the recommended. But, most of these things are the same. All of these things are the same. The desktop, just comes with the recycling bin, just like the old Windows. It comes with the recycling bin. It comes with Microsoft Edge, but everything else that you add would be there. Okay, so now if you go back to, now this is a laptop. So obviously you have the Wi-Fi setting, and all of those things are there, the battery level, etc. But I have a mic and I have a camera, so those things I just left it here because I use them very often. Okay, so I left it there. But if you go to the file system, right, just like the file explorer, just like the previous versions, it's exactly the same thing. If it looks different to you, it's because of the resolution of the screen, and also it because of the resolution of the screen, but otherwise it's all the same. Okay, so now remember I showed you on the search bar. Okay, so what appears here, what's on the search bar is here. If you just go back, okay, recent files. Okay, so those are that's what was there on your. I'm sorry, that's what was there on your recommended. Okay, so for instance, if you want to delete these things, then it will just go away from your recommended portion of your the start menu. Okay, so that is the same. So the way you open files and the way you close the files are the same thing too. And then what's interesting, to me is the way it works. It works more fluid. That is also because of the laptop, the type of laptop that you have. I like HP because it's very like if you liked an iPhone for a phone, I like for a laptop, I like HP. Not to say the others are bad or anything, but but this is just my preference. It has nothing to do with Windows or anything like that. So I okay, what else can I show you here? So if you go back to, okay, let's go back. Okay, so if you like I said, if let's say I want to search for the um, games. Okay, so let's see. if I just do that, games, okay, it brings up Solitaire. That came with the computer. So, again, it's an app form. So, you see, so it's that fast as I'm typing in, just like the previous ones, it's no difference. And how fast it is, based on your computer hardware and software, okay? So now going back to what I said about Windows, if you want to get Windows on your Windows 11 on your old computer, now remember, it's a very difficult task. I tried with Windows 10, a previous Windows 10, very fast computer, but I got all the updates, every update possible that I got in order to get Windows 11. It even said that, you could get Windows 11 when it's ready, when your computer is ready, but it was never ready because of the recommended Windows hardware, Windows 11 hardware. So, don't be disappointed. Now, if you're adding stuff in order to accommodate Windows 11 onto your old computer, don't do that. Because, something, because of the sophistication of the software, you might have some of the hardware requirements, but there might be something that's missing. So therefore, just don't do that. If you really want Windows 11, just get a new computer. And computers are very cheap today, and some of them just come with Windows 11 ready to be installed for Windows 11, Windows 10 ready to be with the updates, Windows 11, or just get one with already installed Windows 11. And now, the versions, the versions of, like, you would have in the past, you would have Windows, Windows 10 Pro and Windows 10 Home. But, I didn't see anything to that effect on Windows 11. So I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with the computer too, and the way it runs, the way it, does things. And, if you're used to Windows, everything remains the same except the way it's presented, if that make any sense to you. So, so that's what it is. And then, here's Windows, Windows 11. Hope you liked it. Okay, thank you.